how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Transport Fever 2. I certainly hope you're having a good one because I'm excited to be back. Things are going pretty well at the moment for the old transport company. We are sitting on $6 million, which I am not going to complain about whatsoever. We're actually making a pretty good amount of money. We are currently sitting at the moment on 6 million coming in, 4.61 going out. And that's not too bad. Honestly, that's not too bad. I'd like it to be more, obviously, but yeah, I will settle on making money versus not making money. So that's kind of where we're at. Now, what I want to do today, well, I want to do a couple of things. I want to try and further streamline production around leak because it's not quite where I'd want it to be. I'm noticing, for example, that we're getting a lot of steel backing up here when it comes to tools production. We're getting machines backing up here when it comes to delivery to leak. So actually what might not be a bad idea is having a look at the leak machines delivery line and how many vehicles we have on it, 5. So we're just going to duplicate all of those and try and get more machines moving a little bit more quickly because I don't want these backing up because we're starting to lose them and that's not good. And on top of that, we also have tools backing up here as well. Now, we're not losing any of those, but we have a lot of them due to go to leak. So it'd be nice to get things moving a little bit better. I'm just not exactly sure where to prioritize because looking at it, we have a lot of steel in here and not a lot of planks. So that tells me that getting more planks would probably be a decent idea. But then we look at it and I mean, there's a really good number of logs up here. It just seems that we're not moving them fast enough. But then I look at the lines and the lines tell me that I might be. So log to planks production is 45 seconds, right? Planks to machines is 47. And it's a 1-to-1. But somehow it's not working out. So I think we just get more logs going, basically. So I think we go to here. We've got 35 vehicles. Let's go ahead and just grab, say, I don't know, 10 of them or something like that. So we'll grab those 10 right there. We'll duplicate. We'll go up to 45 vehicles, and that will hopefully increase the amount of planks that we're producing, which should hopefully increase the amount of machines that we're producing, which means that we should see this increased amount of delivery to leak be a little bit more worthwhile. But obviously, we're also wanting to move those machines into the likes of Brightlingsea and into Sandy, which I've yet to do. So those are things that I'm going to be wanting to do. And honestly, I think those are things that we're just going to get done. Even though doing it this way isn't really the most efficient way to do it, I think it's just going to be for the best. So we'll go ahead and we'll add a truck stop right about there. And we'll go ahead and set up that line. So we're going to go from here, right about there. And we are going to go to the new truck stop right there. We're going to set you up as road cargo. And it's BRIGHTLING. Brightlingsea, what is it? Machines delivery. And if I remember right, Brightlingsea is bright yellow. So we'll go for that. And that'll be okay. And then what we want to set up is another station because we want to start bringing machines into Sandy. It's kind of long overdue that we do this. So let's go ahead and set up a line. And we're going to go from West Street, or rather from here to West Street. And we are going to say that is going to be road cargo and Sandy machines delivery. All right. And then Sandy is bright red, isn't it? It is. Okay. So those are set up. What we want to do is make sure the terminals are done properly. So that's not quite right there. So we are going to have those two. You're going to terminal 4. You're going to terminal 3. That way the deliveries are going out of 3, 4, and 5, which is these guys on the right. And that'll be fine. So now what we can do is come down here and we'll just go ahead and grab, I don't know, what machines, can they be moved on a flatbed? No, it needs moved on this guy. So we'll grab 10 of these. We'll make them bright yellow and they're going to go on the machines delivery line for Brightlingsea. We're going to grab another 10 of these guys. We're going to make them bright red and they are going to go on the Sandy Machines delivery line. So that is hopefully going to do good things for us, and we're hopefully going to see machines get moved onto these other platforms at some point. Hopefully. We'll go ahead and speed things up as well so we can actually take a look and see what ends up happening, because at the moment it just looks like everything's getting dumped into the leaks one. So hopefully that works out. Hopefully we see things pick up a little bit. This guy does have... Oh, there we go. So there's one machine ready to go. All right, where's that going? Brightlingsea. All right. Well, I don't expect it to be the most profitable set of lines just yet, but it'll be nice to have them. And thinking about it, they have to go through stone right now to get to where they're going as well. So gonna be a very, very slow line, but we'll deal with it. It's not the end of the world. Now that's one thing I want to do. I do want to get tools going up to Winchcombe as well, but I'm gonna leave it for now because I have some other ideas. I noticed that we have Rochester right up here in the corner, right? I was thinking we do a nice diagonal line that goes from Rochester to Dawlish. I don't know how we're gonna. I'm assuming that's how that's pronounced. Probably through to Wolverhampton, and then I'm thinking probably through Wincanton, Bletchley. We're gonna skip Stow-on-the-Wold. We'll go through Fowey, then to Thatcham. I'm thinking that Thatcham is gonna be our sort of middle city, right? So they come down through Thatcham. It then continues this way, going probably through Morton Hampstead, then through South Shields, then down to Ashton. And that'll be good because it's going to connect up a town that we're actually using to everything else, which is kind of what we want to do. So with that in mind, I'm actually thinking we're going to start down here in Ashton. So let me go ahead and get myself a train is what I want to do. So buildings, we're going to want a terminus station, and we are going to want to say a nice long track, 2 platforms, and this guy is going to go probably about here at the end of this road. So we'll line it up something like that. This might actually be a bad place to put it because we might have buildings get right next to it, but we'll see. It's going to go there for now. Then we're going to need a passenger station in South Shields. And I think we will just lay out a lot of this, at least going up to Thatcham, because I'm going to try and bring the other line down to Thatcham. Although, hold on a minute. That line wouldn't... yeah, that line wouldn't connect straight through. You would have to transfer in Thatcham, because this one goes from northeast to south, or northwest to southeast. So it runs straight that way. This one runs from southeast to northwest. So they cross over, basically, but they're not gonna... You're not going to be able to get the train from down here through Thatcham directly up this way. You will have to transfer in Thatcham, and I think that's okay. So when it comes to South Shields, I think the best place for the trains here will be right out this way. So we'll go ahead and swing this around. We'll put it pretty much there, I guess, is probably our spot. We'll rotate you that way a little bit. And we're going to have to deal with that hill, unfortunately, but that's just the way it's going to be. And then for... Where is that? Thatcham's over there. So for Morton Hampstead... Okay, so you come down probably that way. So we probably want to put the station about here somewhere. So if I was to rotate you and get you nicely in line with that road, which you now sort of are-ish, put you about there and move you out this way. So that way I can... you know, have the crossover point a little bit further away. And all we need to do is grab you, grab a street, and do something like that. And that'll be connected. So that'll be that line. So it's going to start down in Ashton. It's going to go through Shields. It's going to go through Morton Hampstead. It's going to go up to Thatcham. Now, Thatcham's going to be tricky. Because we do need a through station, but I'm thinking it's going to have to be out here sort of facing the river. So we're going to have to loop some of these lines around in weird ways. But that's all right. And I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to give this guy 4 Yeah, we'll give it the 4 tracks as well, and we'll see how that plays out. I'm also thinking I want to get cargo in here at some point, because we could bring machines down from Leek to Thatcham via train if we really wanted to. Then we could even transfer it down to Morton Hampstead. We could bring construction materials, which we're already doing, but you know what I mean. We could bring goods and things like that as well. So there's a lot of things we could do with this train infrastructure. It's going to just take a little bit, I think. But anyway, we will figure that out. What I want to do is I want to get my bridges in here. So give me tracks. Let me have them parallel. And oh boy, this will be something. So we're going to go straight out. We're going to go straight over there. And I'm going to want to raise this up so that boats can get under, which apparently they can't. Okay, is there any way in which I can make it so boats can get under that? Because I think that's probably kind of important. Now that sort of works. That looks ridiculous, though. That does look ridiculous. Hold on a minute. Are we ever going to have boats going up and down here? Oh, God, that is a main river. Is there another way to get across there? No, that is the main connection from, like, all of these guys. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, okay, we're going to have to figure that out later on. That's going to be a problem for future Dylan to figure out. That is not something I'm dealing with right now. Let's just go straight across. We'll not worry too much about it, I guess. And we'll go straight across there as well. Not exactly ideal, but again, something we can figure out later on. Now, oh God, what side do I need to build on for parallel? I've completely forgotten. I played this game. That's right side. Good. I played this game. I think I mentioned in the last episode how I'm starting to have a little bit of brain fuzz playing this because I've been playing it a lot recently. I've basically made this game a part of my daily routine at the moment. So I get up in the morning, I make myself a coffee, get some breakfast, chill for a little bit. This morning I decided to live stream for a little bit. And yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying making it a part of my routine, but I'm also, man, I'm not gonna tell you when this video was recorded, but let me tell you, by the time it goes out, oh boy, it's let's just say I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm having a lot of fun playing this. Now, what I think we want to do, and I realize I could actually have these guys overlap if I really wanted to. I don't think I'm gonna, but I could have these guys just continue straight down. I just think it would defeat the purpose. Well, maybe. Because here's the thing, right? The idea is that you would go from Tadcaster straight down this way, but I guess there's no harm in bringing the line in and continuing it. No, actually, we'll continue that straight over that way. So this will eventually go down to like Whitby, I guess, and that'll be whatever. I think I need more platforms, but whatever. We'll figure it out. So we are gonna need you know what? I'm gonna push this straight through for now. I have this idea of like having, you know, you can go from the top left to the bottom left, top left to the bottom right, top left to the top right. So you end up with this big like crossover point in the middle. But I think since we don't have that right now, what I'll do is we'll build some tracks that sort of go straight out here, right? So they go to about there, and that's great. That'll eventually sort of turn down this way. And that's going to be the one that goes down towards Whitby. And that's great. But I think for now, what we need to do is have some track that sort of comes out this way. And this is going to be the track that I think goes to whatever it's called down there that I've completely forgotten about. And I think that's probably fair enough. Because, yeah, I think that's fair enough. So Thatcham to, it was Morton Hampstead that we wanted to go to. So we do need to loop this around quite a bit. And I think we will just continue this line the entire way around. It's maybe going against my whole plan, but I think just for now, we really might as well. Because it's going to just give us this massive train line, which might not be amazingly popular, let's be honest. You know, there's not... I don't really foresee there being a lot of demand for people to go from, like, Tadcaster down this far. But later on, I could see this being kind of useful. I really could. So let's just keep pushing through the countryside. We'll try and keep it nice and level, because eventually that means we can upgrade this to high-speed rail, and eventually that means that we'll be able to get people around even faster. So we're pretty much on track for where we need to go. So we'll keep this going nice and straight. We'll cross over that road, as we always do. We'll cross over there as well. And now we have a bit of a hill in the way. So this is going to be a point where, you know, if it was high speed, it would be slowing down quite a bit. And that's just fine by me. We'll actually turn on the contour lines as well so I can see where this hill is, so that I can really nicely avoid it there. We'll just gradually curve out that way as well, and gradually curve this way a little bit. And now I just need to link it over there. So what we'll do is bring this guy out. So this guy comes out to here and out to here. And where are we looking? So the track's over there. We need to cross another road. So let's just keep this guy coming out a bit. And now we cross over the road. And is that going to put me in line? That actually does do a pretty good job of putting me in line. So we'll come up to about there. It is going to be a little bit slower along that, but that's okay. And then we just need to connect them. So basically, bring this guy over, connect it there. And that seems fine by me. So we'll approve it. It's already duplicated. It curves around. It goes to Morton Hampstead. And now we just need to take it to Shields. Then we need to take it to Ashton. And the Ashton bit is going to be so slow. It really is. It is going to be really, really slow going through those valleys and whatnot. But there's not really a whole lot we can do about it. Because I can afford a tunnel. You know, we absolutely can afford a tunnel now. But I think I'm going to try and avoid doing them for now. Not because I have to, but just sort of because I want to. Also, I'm looking at this and thinking, do we want to come down this way? Or do we want to sort of go around? And I'm thinking I'm going to go around, to be honest. I think it's just going to be easier. So, obviously more expensive. Also a bridge. Ew. Oh no. I don't really want a bridge. I'm not going to lie. So can I get this to hug the terrain a little bit more? It's going to slow way, way down on that turn, but I don't want the bridge. I just don't want the bridge. So, bit of weird terrain, perhaps. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Don't be like this. Hold on. Do we have to bring it back? I think we have to bring it back a bit. And just like that, we have a giant train line, which spans the entire length of the map, going straight through the middle. So, I think what we'll do is we'll go and look at our lines, which is actually not making money anymore. Oh, no. That's bad. That's actually really bad that that's not making money anymore. That's got me a little bit worried, if anything. But sure, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. What we can do is go in here and start adding some more stations. So next stop is Thatcham. Then next stop is gonna be Morton Hampstead. Then down into South Shields, and then down into Ashton, and then back. It's going to go to South Shields, which is hopefully on a different platform. It is. And then it needs to come back up to Morton Hampstead, which is right there. Then it's going to come back up to Thatcham, right about there. And then it's going to come back up to Stone the Walls, right about there. And then I think we're set. Yeah, we are. Okay, that's a huge line. That is a huge, huge train line. What does that turn the frequency into? Frequency is now 36 minutes with 3 trains. Oh boy. Yeah, so that's going to be busy, I would imagine. But my hope, I hate this, like, curve that we've done here. I hate that that goes around everything. It looks so dumb. It would have been better to just like bring it down here, I think, but we've done it, so we're keeping it for now. Yeah, I think it might not be a bad idea to then set up some public transport around some of those towns. Also, probably not a terrible idea to try and do some cargo, because we have got, well, we actually have less in the way of machines now. We have a good number going to Brightlingsea. We have some going to Sandy, which is all right. Good amount of steel down here, which is something. Then up here, we have less tools sitting about, which is good. In terms of planks, still not as much as I would like, to be honest. We do have less steel just sitting stockpiled in there, which is good, but we probably could do with a few more planks here and there. We'll see how it goes, though. I think what I'm honestly just interested in is seeing whether or not, I mean, there's like one person waiting in Thatcham right now. There's one person waiting in Morton Hampstead. There's 2 in Shields, and there are none in Ashton. So yeah, I feel like it probably wouldn't be a terrible idea to do some public transport and get people moving around these towns a little bit. Probably wouldn't be a terrible idea to go ahead and get the, you know, more trains on those lines so that people can move about a little bit more frequently. But then again, 36 minutes for a train that goes the entire length of the country, I guess, isn't terrible, right? It's not that bad. So I don't know how much complaining we can really do. I am curious about one thing, though, which is, do we have any, we have no vehicles bringing anything into Sandy right now. How are all my lines doing? So the train line's up here right now. Sandy meat production is doing very well for itself, which is lovely. And then the lowest lines are the Brightlingsea tram loop. Machines delivery is pretty bad. Sandy machines delivery is pretty bad. Ashton brick delivery is constantly letting me down as well. Honestly, we're sitting near $10 million. I feel like we should replace all of our bad vehicles. But I'm also slightly worried that we're going to end up unlocking better vehicles in like 2 minutes. And then all my upgrades are going to be for nothing. Also, to be fair, some of these are upgraded vehicles. They've just, you know, reached the end of their lifespan, which is probably fair enough. I'll tell you what, let's sort by age, right? So we'll replace, there's like 20-year-old wagons and stuff going about. Yeah, that seems fair enough. Okay, you know what? That's not a good way to do it. Let's sort by, even condition's not good. Let's just sort by line, I guess. And these are trams, so we're not going to touch those. These are 3 years old. So those are fine. The Swanley loop could probably use an upgrade, right? So let's keep this pinned. Let's look at the Swanley loop. Let's manage the vehicles, and we'll replace them with these guys. And that'll be fine. So those are now very good, which is lovely. The Stowe loop is good, so we're not going to worry too much about that. Mediocre in the New Haven one, but that's fine. The Bradford loop is very bad, so we'll go ahead and manage all of those, replacing them with the new, whatever the hell it's called. The Tatcaster food one is very bad, but that's because they only last 4 years. I'm not replacing them. Tatcaster bricks. I'm basically looking for like 13 years old right here on this this tools line. So what is that? Tools, production, delivery. So manage vehicles, replace with just this thing, and that's fine. Moving down a little bit, we have this guy as well, which is brick production, which we're just going to replace with, I guess with you is probably all right. Kind of expensive to do some of this, but it is necessary. And I was actually meaning to do a lot of this a while ago anyway. This was all stuff that was supposed to be done in one of the previous episodes, so getting it done now is better than getting it done never. We'll do, what is this, plank production or something? I don't know. Let's just do, what are you, plank? I think we can do this, right? So it's logs and planks. Yeah, that should be fine. So that'll be all right. Sandy meat production, not really too interested in that one. 4 years, 4 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, and 6 years as well. Those are all updated though. And I think that means that all of the older... Oh no, not all the older wagons are gone. All right. So this is food to Brightlingsea. So we'll manage this. There's 35 of them. So we'll go ahead and replace them with that one. And that'll be all right. And, oh, we have some old ones here as well. Ashton Brick is going to be replaced with you guys. What is that? That's the trains. Okay, so the trains are 2, 6, and 9 years old. That's fine. I'm kind of tempted to get another train. I'm not going to lie. I feel like we could use it, even though it's probably not going to make as much money. I do feel like we kind of need to bring that frequency on that line down a little bit. So it's now 26 minutes rather than 36. And we'll see how that goes. We do have a good number of people waiting in Tadcaster. We have a good number in Brightlingsea. We have a good number in New Haven as well. But none of them really want to go south of New Haven, which is fair enough. There's not really anything in Thatcham right now. There's not that much going on down here either. So it kind of makes sense, I suppose, that not all that many people want to come down here. It'd be nice if they did. They just don't. So that's kind of what we're dealing with at the minute. But I guess we should consider some cargo trains, shouldn't we? We really should, because what we could do is bring machines, for example. If we can get this production to be even better, we could potentially get machines down to... We get tools to Stow in the Wold as well. We can get machines to Thatcham. We can get machines to Morton Hampstead. We can get goods down here at some point. I feel like there's a lot we could do. We can get food to Shields, you know? There's a lot of stuff we could do. So I think New Haven is probably going to have to become a bit of a cargo hub, to be honest. I think that's going to have to be the way of it because, well, Stow in the Wold, maybe. But yeah, I think it'll have to be New Haven up here. So let's have a look and see what we can do, because there's not really going to be much else going through New Haven. Well, that is, unless it doesn't have to be, I suppose. We're going to look to use the same tracks, but I guess New Haven isn't going to be getting any deliveries by train right now. And if we're looking to move machines and tools, it would probably make sense to put a cargo terminus station up here, right? And then just bring the track over, connect it up to everything that's already going on. We bring tools to Stow in the Wold. We bring machines to Thatcham. We bring them to Morton Hampstead. I think that'd be fine. Yeah, I think that's maybe the way we're going to do things. Thatcham, however, I want this to be the central one, the central kind of station for everything. So I want 2 more tracks and a passenger platform, 2 more tracks and a passenger platform, and then a cargo platform and 2 more tracks and another. Oh, I can't. Ooh. Oh dear. That's less than ideal. So we are limited a little bit, but that's fine. So tracks wise, we can do this. We can do cargo. We can do this. And that should be all right. So that's basically where the cargo is going to come in. And that's kind of how that's going to work. So we'll go ahead and build this part. We'll build just all of this up, I guess. And hope for the best, I suppose. I'm sincerely hoping this actually... yeah, it's maybe going to be a little bit rough wanting to bring cargo down through Thatcham if we only have the one sort of platform for it. But we'll figure it out, I guess. Not going to be the end of the world. The only issue is going to be turning this into the Morton Hampstead line, which I guess is going to be a simpler upgrade. So it's going to be more of a... yeah, I guess we could do the same thing, right? So do the tracks, do the platform, do the tracks. So that way it's kind of the platform separated from the pedestrian ones. I don't know how good of an idea that necessarily is, but we'll give it a shot. This also doesn't necessarily need to be this long, but I'm going to do it anyway because we might have more cargo coming down here at some point. Then platforms-wise, we'll just get this guy right in here. We'll link it all up. We'll build a new station. Not that we necessarily have the money to be doing all this right now, but given a bit of time, we'll link it all up. We'll build a new station, etc., etc., and hope for the best. Though I am noticing that money is a little bit tight right now, which I guess makes sense. You know, minus 1.9 million on the train line, minus 2.1 on the train line. I have a sneaking suspicion that the Northwestern line is not going to make money anymore because it's just not, right? There's a lot of people waiting to go through there, but the trains, and there's a lot of people waiting to go here as well, but the trains are going to be, they're going to be pretty few and far. Well, there's 4 of them. It's a good number of trains. I just don't think there's too many people interested in riding them down into the southern parts of the map. Yeah, there's 2 on that one. I don't know where the rest of them are. There's one down here, which has no one on board. The other one is down here, which has 18 people on board, which is okay. That's all right, but I don't think that's going to make us much money. So we're probably going to want to look into that. Is what we're going to want to do, because that's rough. That train line was making us a lot of money. I think the cargo stuff will make money. I think that'll be all right. I just think we maybe need to ever so slightly reprioritize. I think it's nice that we have these lines. I think it's nice that the trains are going about and doing their thing, but they're not really making money. And that's what we need them to be doing. So we're maybe gonna have to make some changes to how that train line runs. It might have to be limited to Thatcham for now, because these ones down south are just not, there's no one really interested in them. It kind of sucks, basically. It just kind of sucks. Now looking here, St. Blazeit brick delivery could certainly do with being picked up a little bit. And I'm actually wondering, how are you doing? You're not really getting enough of your supply right now. All right. Well, we'll figure that out at some point as well, because I think for now we're going to leave it there. I'm going to have to reassess what we're doing with these trains because they're just not really cutting it. Now, the thing to keep in mind is obviously that, when they get going, wherever they are, they will make a bit of money eventually, right? They're going to fill up. It's just getting them to that point that's going to be the trick. Actually, where the hell are they? Hold on a minute. So where are you? So you're in Ashton right now, and you have 2 people on board. You are, I don't know where you are. You're going this way with 20 people on board. That's better, but it's not ideal. You have no one on board. You're down here. You have no one on board. Yeah, so they're running empty for a lot of this journey. They will pick up, obviously, as they kind of get up this way, because Stow in the Wold has a lot of people. New Haven has a lot of people. It's just the southern part's killing it. Absolutely killing it. So I think we're going to have to cut it out. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have to cut it out. But again, that'll be something for the next episode, because that's going to do us for today. So thank you for watching, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.